So today we are going to make ourselves a bra using the cloth habit pattern by Amy Chapman. I've used this pattern for quite some time now. I use it in my teaching classes, but I thought it would be nice to do some demonstration, to run a demonstration to accompany the classes that I currently offer around Cornwall. So the tutorial is a voiceover with really good demonstration to accompany it. So you can get the pattern through Amy's website, and I'll leave a link to the description for the pattern below. We're going to make view C of the pattern. The one reason that I like this particular bra, it's an underwired bra, but I like that because it's got really good hold. It's a nice firm fit, and also it's got the adjustable straps at the front instead of at the back, which was one of the main reasons that I liked it. And it gives you really good support. So let's get into it. Let's begin by cutting out our pattern pieces. I'm putting the bra cup lining out, both layers, because we need 2 layers, one piece for one side, one for another. We're going to cut everything in pairs. Ooh, baby, 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 yeah. And next I am adding the lace on top. I'm just going to straighten it out so it's not all nice and straight. You can also use a ruler to help you straighten all your pattern pieces out. And then lay out your pattern pieces according to the directions of the grain line. So the grain line in this case is horizontal because the stretch is horizontal, and we want to get the best of the stretch around the cups and the bridge area. So lay out each of your pattern pieces, as you can see I'm doing here. In the case of the upper cup piece, I have folded back the top of the seam line to incorporate the beautiful scalloped edge of the pattern. So I'm using a rotary cutter because it's much faster to be able to use that for cutting out. Accurate as well. Ooh, baby, 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 yeah. Cut to make sure that my blades are always sharp. Ooh, baby, 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 yeah. So the pieces are now cut out. The important thing to do is to mark all the notches and the balance points. So the notches are little horizontal lines. I tend to use a black pen because the lace is so fine, it's really hard to see if you're using tailor's chalk. You can also use one of the friction pens. And also you can see here I'm annotating the balance marks. Annotating just means that I'm making a mark where the balance mark is. And again, I use a black felt tip pen because I need to be able to line up these 2 dots visually from the upper and the lower bra cut pieces. So take your time, get to know your pattern pieces. The notches are there to help you understand that these 2 pieces, like the inner and the outer bra cut pieces, will match together. And the balance point is there, as I said before, to be able to help you to know that this is where you stop and start sewing. And just to keep everything together, I'm now just going to put a pin in and just check all my pieces line up. And I'm pinning all my pieces now, really just so that I don't lose all these small pieces, because you've now got about 12 different pieces by the time you've got everything cut out. So there's lots of small pieces there. So it's good practice for yourself to be able to just stick a pin in and take your time and make sure everything's marked out correctly. It will help you later on, all these little bits of preparation. So it's time to cut out the outer cradle. Cut it out of your lace and then cut it out of your duoplex, because your duoplex has a little bit of stretch and it's easier for you to handle the pieces. Ooh, baby, 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 yeah. Next, we're going to do the back bra band, and we're going to cut that out of a power net. Now, power net is a very fine mesh which has a 4-way stretch. So it's ideal because at the back bra band is the one area where you do need the most stretch as you put your bra on and off. That's the area you need the stretch. Whereas at the front, you need the support, At the back, you need the stretch. So we make the best of it using power net.
Ooh, baby, 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 yeah.
So we're cutting out the bridge pattern using the duoplex. And what's nice about the duoplex, like I say, it's got a two-way stretch and it's got like a satin finish. So it's going to look really pretty on the bra. And you can get this from Fit to Sew, link down in the description. So now we've got everything cut out. In part 2, we're going to start the sewing. See you soon.